Hi everybody, it's Az here from Heel vs Babyface. So, I've already brought you a couple of solo, heroic Mists of Pandarian dungeons. And today is the turn of Mogu'shan Palace. This was the dungeon that I actually left to very last. It was the 9th and the final one on my list because, of course, there has only been 9 dungeons in Mists of Pandaria, and if you ask me, they have been sorely missed because there has been no legitimate, in my eyes anyway, no legitimate escalation with content to go alongside your gear outside of, you know, like Isle of Thunder and Timeless Isle. I'm talking instance-based. There wasn't a raid. The scenarios, let's just not even go there. So this is the one that I left last because this is the one that I thought was going to be the most problematic. And when I did it, I actually did it live on stream. Not this version. This is a different version. But I did it live on stream a week or two back. And it was actually this dude here and Kai, I think Kwai, whatever, and his doggy that were causing me the problems because of what the dog does, because of what the Quillen does. It pins you down and then starts to absolutely batter you. Now, being a cloth-wearing class, there was not a lot I could particularly do to do any kind of preventative damage. So it was a matter of whether or not I would physically survive. And I must confess, I thought 2 times it wouldn't happen. But for some reason, I actually managed to survive a second Quillening. Whatever. And it brings on the second of the 3 bosses. The other 2 I'm very comfortable with. Very comfortable with the deed. Couldn't see any big issues here. I mean, if Hyan, the Unstoppable, was to fire in the Meteor, for argument's sake, all I would do is just stack with my pet. And my pet and I would, you know, absorb the damage of the Meteor instead of just standing solo. But I think my health pool is so high now. As you can see, just with my Crystal of Insanity on me, it's nearly 700,000. Woohoo! Just imagine if I was on Timeless Isle and I got the Yulong buff, which increases your stats by 20%. So I'd get 20% extra stats. Oh, it'd be crazy. It'd be heading near 900,000, maybe 800 and something odd thousand. But Hyan didn't give us any trouble whatsoever, and the caster, I'm quickly going to get out another Void Lord, which I did after the original fight as well, because if you saw, my Void Lord was on about 10k health after the Quillen and his friend, and then Hyan, he was down to about 80,000 or so, something like that. So it's best to get a fresh pet out to tackle this, but I could just stay back now and deeps on the caster. It wasn't even hurting my pet. Look at it, it's still on 418k. Hasn't moved a single jot throughout the course of the whole of the fight. So that's the first fight taken care of. Let's have a look at the loot. Kun-Lai, you know, I do get shunned. There you go. We'll look at that in a bit. Don't worry, I'll show you the loot in a little bit. I'll show it after the second boss. So we're going to scooch the footage on. I do like that word. I think it's a me made up word. Scooch the footage on means to push forward, but whatever. As we go through the trash. And this is the boss I thought, this is like a council fight, so to speak. This is the boss that I thought was going to cause me the most problems. And those hexers there, which I just fought against, they put a debuff on you, which stacks and it increases your casting speed. Or the time it takes to cast a spell, I should say. So it doesn't increase your casting speed. It doesn't make things quicker. It makes things a whole lot slower. So first things first, I found a key. I might as well use the key. I needed to blow up the Hexer, but I needed to take all of the aggro away from me. So I'm waiting for my 10-minute pet to come off cooldown, hence why we're just like chilling out here. I'm going to send my Void Lord over to the Oracle, which is going to draw everybody across to the other side of the room. I'm going to now concentrate my deeps and my 10-minute pet on the Hexer to blow it up. I do not want to get any more than 1 stack of the debuff, which I've got. Because it stays for around 20 seconds, and if it starts to stack, I'm not going to be able to fight back. So fortunately, I just got the 1 stack. But you can already see how 1 stack in itself was affecting my spellcasting. Now it's time for jiggery pokery. Oh yes, we love jiggery pokery. So my pet's gone down. It's done its job. It's deflected all of the mobs away from me, the aggro away from me, allow me to burn down the Hexer. I've now got 3 on me. My 10-minute pet is blown up the Oracle. And my 10-minute pet, I believe, actually managed to take care of the Oracle for me. It's, hey, look, what the hell? So it's not just me as a warlock that's insane for soloing stuff. And before anyone starts going, overpowered, Death Knight, Hunters, you're all the same. Ellie Shamans, I believe, are very good as well for soloing this kind of content. So there's not a lot of classes which, you know, have a lot of excuses anymore. Lots of us can do this, but yeah, 10-minute Guardian pet taking out one of the council. So, is it Gekken? Gekken or something like that. Gekken's left. We've killed all the minions. My pet's back in. It's holding on by the skin of its teeth. It's on about 100 odd K. But because I'm firing in high-end Chaos Bolts now, 1.2 million execute. What? 1.2 million execute crit. But because I was firing in some pretty hefty spells, they were healing the pet as well. So it was always going to be safe. So what we got here? We've got another 11 or so gold. And let's have a look at the loot from the first boss. There you go. Loot from the second boss. There you go. Can you stop shouting at me now, people? Right, speed things up again. Wait for the lift. Yeah. So that's 2 of the 3 bosses taken care of. And to be perfectly honest with you, both of them are tougher than the Weapon Master. Both of them were. Those were the 2 bosses that I was worried about. I was never worried about this fight. Not in a cocky way. Don't get cocky, kid. Not in a cocky way. Not in an arrogant way. But the mechanics of the other fights lent themselves to have more problems than this. Because with this fight, it's just a one-on-one target. So my tank can always take the boss. And I can sit back and DPS from a distance. No was no disease. And all that kind of stuff. So I just have to position where I want the... I'm sorry. Where I want the Weapon Master to go. And then I just you know, decide where I want to stand. I just have to move out of the fiery circles. Not get blowed up. And when the knives start coming in, the spinning blades, I just reposition myself. I've already blown my cooldowns on the Quillen. The 4 Quillen that I had to fight before taking on the Weapon Master were the toughest thing in the whole raid. In the whole dungeon. In the whole dungeon because of the stacking debuff of the tear or the rip or the rend or whatever. They do. It can really, really hurt. So... don't AoE to start with. You need to pick them off one at a time. One at a time and hopefully establish a little bit of aggro with your tank pet. And they were the toughest thing. So as you can see here, I'm literally, you know, just getting hit by a couple of arrows here and there, but my single target spells are just out healing the damage coming in. And my pet ends on full health. I end on full health. It's another Mists of Pandaria heroic 5-person dungeon existing content taken care of. Yowzers! So I hope you enjoyed the vid. Can I get on the throne? No! Oh, I wanted to end the video on the throne. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed the vid. Please do like, comment, and subscribe to my channel. Follow me on Twitter, Facebook, and also twitch.tv/Hill vs Babyface. And I genuinely mean, if you like the vid, stick your thumb right up it. And I shall be back with some more stuff, some more Batman, and some more WoW. And if you want, maybe some Hearthstone. Very, very soon indeed. Do let me know. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.